Welcome back to another episode of Witticism. I'm Shaylin.
And I'm Mary, bringing you the news that matters most around the globe.
Nickelback lead singer Chad Kroeger has recently stated he wants to do a Slayer cover album. Throw in a feature with Taylor Swift and Donald Trump, and you'll have made your very own Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
California Senator Kamala Harris called for the legalization of marijuana in an interview last week, stating, "I think it gives a lot of people joy, and we need more joy." Finally, someone who gets it. With the economy in near shambles, internet wars, government shutdowns, student debt, and the constant threat of death by global warming, I'd say we need all the joy we could get. I mean, might as well go out stoned, am I right? God, we're a mess.
During the nation's recent cold spell, many public institutions have been concerned about safety. Even police forces released an emergency statement, "Don't commit crimes. It's too cold." But don't worry, all you cold-blooded criminals out there. You can do highly illegal things in the spring.
Ariana Grande recently got a new tattoo on her palm in Japanese character symbols to promote her new single, 7 Rings. But it ended up spelling barbecue grill. Ariana claims that it hurt too bad to last another second. She isn't upset about the grill, however, and has plans to have a barbecue, so thank you, next.
Recently, a report came out of North Korea claiming they had invented edible clothes. Edible being a stretch since it seems more like a cover-up to give the world a reason why their starving populace is eating their own clothes.
A Carl's Jr. hosted local firefighters, making them free burgers for their services to the community. However, 10 minutes into making the burgers, a grease fire erupted, and the firefighters were forced to save the day again, proving that nothing in life is in fact free.
Love is in the air this month, which means you are either in a happy relationship or trying to secure that one person. A woman in New Mexico found this to be true after getting gifts from her secret admirer every week. Turns out it was the same gift every week, a pea-covered bologna stick. I don't know if that screams romance, but at least he's consistent and committed, which is a lot to find in a man nowadays.
In the state of Indiana, a wanted woman was arrested when officers found her barking at a police dog. She may have been wanted, but I can't say I blame her for barking at the dog. We've all wanted to bark back at those loud-mouthed, four-legged turds that live at the end of our block and never shut up. Right? No? Just me? Okay.
Getting consent is so important, as we all know, especially about being birthed. Did any of us ask to be put in this mess we call life? No. So accordingly, a man sued his parents because he was never asked if he wanted to be born, and ended up winning a lump sum of his own inheritance money for his struggles.
Prince Philip, age 97, is giving up his driver's license. The Duke of Edinburgh willingly volunteered to give up his driver's license after his involvement in a car accident near the Queen's Country estate. The Duke has since apologized to the 3 surviving passengers in the other vehicle. Sadly, this is not the Duke's first time giving up something like this. He gave up flying planes almost 20 years ago.
IKEA had to release an apology after leaving New Zealand off a map. After the news went viral, a resident of Australia made the comment, "To be fair, IKEA, it ain't hard to forget about New Zealand." And honestly, how many people would notice New Zealand isn't on your chic 30 by 40 aged wood world map?
A Florida man's cockroach girlfriend has been exposed when he tried to eat her when she died. Police found him banging on the doors of a funeral home at 1 o'clock in the morning, high on psychedelic mushrooms, and demanding for his girlfriend to be embalmed. Upon further inspection, he was found to be in the possession of nearly 3,000 roaches. His plans for them is still unknown. PETA has this to say on the matter. "The circumstances surrounding Susan's untimely death is a tragedy. We fight to fix every day. By donating to our GoFundMe page, you can help us stop cockroach abuse. #SaveTheRoaches. You heard them, people. Donate today."
Have you ever wanted to sell everything and sail the world? I know I have, and so did a couple from Michigan. While their dreams soared, their boat did not, considering it sank on day 2.
In the UK, farmers are now using a Tinder app for cows called Tutter. Get it? T plus udder. Yeah, I know it's stupid. The point is to find a perfect breeding partner for your old cow. And while you're at it, maybe you can find one for your farm animals too. That's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Mary.
And I'm Shaylin.
You stay beautiful, Indiana.
rockers, Noah dropped the bagel.
I went to sit down and it slipped.
You had one job.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too.
It was the early 90s. I was in uni majoring in fashion design, hoping to create my own line of knitted sweatsuits, gowns, swimwear, and even a wide variety of undergarments. I had made a friend named Steve, who seemed smart, but I really just thought he was blowing smoke out of his you know. He came to me one day and told me he decided he was going to drop out of college. I was shocked. He was for sure doing better than me in all his gen eds. I asked him why, and he told me college was too expensive. In that moment, I really felt for him. Maybe it was the pill I took 20 minutes before that, but I had told him that if he needed a place to stay, my couch was open. I didn't know he'd end up there for 7 months, but yeah, I'm no future teller. Halfway through month 7, Steve got sick and sharded on the couch. His part-time job at Sandwich Queen wasn't paying him enough to replace my couch, so I had to get rid of it. It forced Steve to sleep in bed with me, which opened a whole new door for our relationship. That first night, I crawled into bed and patted the other side for him to lay down. He did, and we ended up talking for 2 hours before falling asleep. I woke up cuddling up to Steve, and that's when I knew that this was going to be something serious. But I was absolutely wrong. It turned out that one of Steve's co-workers at Sandwich Queen shared Steve's interest in technology. I never understood his interest, so he never properly explained it to me. Maybe if I made more of an effort, it would have been different. However, one day a couple weeks later, on our 3-month anniversary, I came home to see all of Steve's me in the eyes and said, "Happy anniversary, Bertha." I was shocked. I was wearing my floor-length trench coat with nothing under it to surprise him. But I didn't know whether to rip it open and expose my pale sags to lure him back in or to run away and never look back. After a moment of thought, I decided on another option. I asked him where he planned on going. Steve told me his coworker and him was starting a business in his coworker's garage, and that's where he planned on staying from now on. I couldn't believe it. Of all days to tell me he was moving out. I started to cry, but I refused to make a sound. I didn't want him to know how hurt I was. He begged me to go with him, but I refused. Leaving my stable apartment for some man's garage? Yeah, right. In as little as 5 years, though, Steve became a millionaire. It turns out I didn't even end up with my degree. Turns out yarn isn't meant to cover your genitals. Who knew?
Welcome back to Witticism's Word of the Day, your primary source for today's most important words. Today's word of the day is the common cold. Noun, God's way of reminding us that we're weak and easily discouraged. Thanks for tuning in.
Students in communications media at Indiana University of Pennsylvania can focus on a variety of areas, including media promotions. Our promotion students learn their skills by working in a hands-on environment, gaining real-world experience. They learn how to use media to promote, produce, and manage events, and how media organizations operate. They create promotional campaigns and help clients pitch their services, products, and events. With excellent classes led by experienced teachers, the Communications Media Department at IUP is perfect for students interested in media promotions.
All your professors, all of them, They know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer-lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star, and who can change the world of a fifth grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Reality Check, the place where we keep it real. I'm your host, Kane, and this episode, we're talking about relationships. From Hailey Bieber and her husband, Justin Bieber, to that couple in your 8 a.m. that won't stop licking each other. Let me start off with saying that a relationship won't make you happy. Maybe some parts of it will, like someone else paying for your meals, actually having a consistent sex life, and having someone's Netflix login to use. But you can't forget all the negatives that come with a relationship. You have a complete other person to worry about and how they're going to feel about your actions. It's not something that's for everyone, honestly, and you can't blame them. Have you seen Justin Bieber's transformation since being married? He looks more hobo-ish than his usual hobo attire. And I already have enough fashion issues as it is. I don't need marital stress turning me into the 9th Street hobo that's desperate for a quarter. And if you are in a relationship, you need to realize that the world doesn't revolve around your relationship. And I hate to be the person to say it. Wait, no I don't, I'm happy to say it. Relationships only have 2 outcomes. They either end or they don't. And then in the end, they do just end. So live in the moment while you have it, but don't expect the world to bend to your favor. I don't get a bobcat's butt about your 3-month anniversary and how you have to leave early because of it. A relationship isn't some get-out-of-free card to avoid your responsibilities. And the moment you learn that and can take that into a relationship, it'll be even better. Also, it's that time of year that people tend to get really handsy to stay warm. Keep it PG-13, couples. I don't want to see hands down pants, hands up shirts, tongues, or a kiss that's lasting longer than like 6 or 7 seconds. I know this makes me sound bitter, but seriously, no one wants to see any of it. And if you want people to see it, just check local personal ads for a group of friends that have to share that same interest as you. And you know, that's all I got to talk about today. It's nice to be back. Make sure to tune in next week. I'm Kane, and this has been your Reality Check.
I think the true MVP of this team has been Kayshawn Carter. He is second in kick return average. He already had a touchdown this season, and he's really been the unsung hero for this team. He puts the offense in a great position. He gets them to just about the 40-yard line every single kickoff return.
You know, it takes a lot for me to do this as a Michigan fan, but unfortunately I'm going to have to say that I'm probably going to put Ohio State at the top of the Big Ten. Second to them, I'm probably going to put Penn State. They've been able to find their groove without Saquon.
Throwing Gritty, that dude. Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that guy. So to paint a picture for everybody, Gritty is their new mascot. Looks absolutely atrocious. And rather than putting a graphic
That's an understatement.
Oh, my God. He looks like the animal from the Muppets.
I think they do have a chance of contention if they beat Georgia. Because when you look at the rest of their schedule, very easy. Not a single top 25 team on there the rest of the way.
My answer would have to be a pro deck hockey player because those guys are real sick.
It's hard to explain. It just became home. There are hundreds of majors and programs, bachelor's degrees to PhDs, small classes and faculty that really get to know you. Amazing internships and everywhere, programs that help to find a job that is right for you. It's what IUP is about, a commitment to your success. See it for yourself. Visit us, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Find your success.
Hey guys, I'm Haley.
I'm Kane.
Hi, I'm Haley, and you're watching Witticism.
You're watching Witticism.
And you're watching Witticism.
Can we please talk about the elephant in the room?
I'd rather not.
No, okay, yeah. It's just, it's a little weird, but no, really, it's cool.
Sorry.
No.
It turns out using a relationship to hide from your severe mental health issues is not a good idea. But let's talk about some other advice, shall we?
Relationships are kind of funny because you really think that there's this weird social stigma that like makes you think that if you're not in a relationship, you're not kind of like doing anything socially, or if you're not in one, you're like searching for one, pining for one.
Make sure your girlfriend takes her medicine.
I tell my friends all the time when they complain about not being in a relationship is that we're in pretty much all our 20, 21, 22, and I don't think you should start worrying until you hit your 30s because I feel like this is a time to have fun, and I mean, I'm having fun, but I wouldn't say that you're forever alone because you're 19 years old and haven't found a man, so, or a woman.
Don't be like me, basically, is the advice I'm gonna give you. Because I have a severe fear of both vulnerability and rejection. Which means I don't tell anyone when I like them, so nothing ever happens. I was lucky in high school because like the guy I ended up dating was like, hey, I like you, and I was like, great.
I guess my advice that I would give that I think is the most universal thing I could say is that so many people when they start something, they're like, don't like get your hopes up. And like that's true to an extent. You shouldn't put like everything into like the beginning of something, but I also feel like it's kind of not worth it if you hold back. So I would say just like feel how you want to feel.
I think the best advice that I got when I was single was that if you're looking for a relationship and you're like, you have all this like negative energy towards you because you're like, you just want to be in a relationship so bad that like, you just have to let it come to you. You can't like look for it. Cause I was always looking for like the same type of people, like all the assholes basically. And then I never found anything. And then once I stopped looking and started like actually, it's like the cliche saying you can't love anyone till you love yourself, but like it's totally true because I've been there.
And I used to be in that like mentality, like I'm never gonna be happy unless like I got some dick slapping me. But now I'm like, I don't need that to be happy. And it never actually made me happy either. And no, that's not me saying I'm straight, because still liked it, but like, wasn't like fulfilling in my life, just fulfilling in the moment.
Live your life. Live your life, tell people when you like them. I'm not gonna change my ways, but you can change yours.
Traits I look for in a relationship. Well, I'm not looking for pretty much anyone in a relationship at the moment. I just kind of want to be single and just live my life and not have to deal with other people because I'm happy. And also I suck, so.
They have to be funny because I would just be bored. They can't be shy, they have to be outgoing, and I don't know, no one wants to say it, but they have to at least look attractive. Like you don't, looks aren't everything, but there's something.
But here's the thing, like plenty of people could have the traits, but like attraction is a thing that nobody understands, right? So like, I like smart and funny. Funny's very, very important, but like not only do they have to be funny to me, but they have to think I'm funny, because I need them to boost my ego all the time. So like if you laugh at me, I'll be like, oh my God, I feel good.
Funny, nice, is family oriented, because if they don't like their family, then that's kind of shitty. And I love my family.
So I think in a significant other that you need to have like solid like traits that you look for, so that way you can like wean out the people that you know aren't gonna work for you. Like if you're into somebody that's trustworthy, like don't get with somebody that's obviously a liar and's been to prison. So I feel like somebody needs to be trustworthy, they need to be funny, committed. Committed's good. I like those three. I think those are good three.
I'm weird because I like confidence, but I also like when someone can be just as awkward as me. So it's like a weird oxymoron where it's like I want someone that can relate to that, but at the same time, like if it needs to happen, can like step up. Because I think I'm a little bit like that, where like I'm a little shy and reserved, but like when I have to, I can like go above and beyond.
Has actual goals and isn't like lame and does nothing with their life. Did I say nice? I said nice already. Knows how to treat a woman well, which Rob does, so kudos to him. And yeah, that's about it.
So, relationships suck. Don't believe in women. I'm sure everyone that's gay would tell you that too.
If they don't annoy you, just don't be with someone that annoys you. I would murder Graham. literally murder him in his sleep. Like, there are people that in their sleep, I would just put a pillow over their face. And that's why you can't date everybody.
Here's a story of a lovely lady who was producing for 3 very lovely girls. All of them had jokes they told, all together, the oldest one in curls. It's the story of a man named Cain who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men working all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew there was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Witty Bunch, the Witty Bunch, the Witty Bunch. That's the way we became the Witty Bunch.
What does Cinderella say when she gets to the ball?
I had like one of the worst girlfriends. She didn't really believe in like taking her medicine, which wasn't good because she had multiple personalities and she also had like an iron deficiency. So we went to winter formal and it was in our gym and I was really unlucky and she passed out in the middle of us dancing and it was really awkward and I helped her up and she went and sat down for the rest of the dance and I was there all alone.
Don't lie. If you're a liar, holy crap, are you in for it? And also don't be like a tease. Nobody likes teases. Now I know it's fun to be a tease because I love being a tease, but like you're gonna get yourself killed. I can, like the feelings coming, like I predicted that I was gonna get verbally assaulted and I did. Then I like predicted the real thing and I did. And now I'm predicting that someday somebody's not gonna be happy with me. Wait, they already aren't, never mind.
My favorite things to do are take little weekend trips and go places. you know, vacations and stuff, but just at home, we really just lay around and watch Netflix all the time, which is pretty basic and pretty boring, but we're pretty lazy, so that's normally what we do. And it's fun, we go out to eat a lot, we go out to eat way too often, Chipotle like every single day, but.
Relationships are not a good topic for me to talk about because I've only been in one relationship and it lasted for 4 months.
I'm very much a sap when it comes to relationships, and it's kind of a problem and kind of a good thing because I love the story of a relationship. I love all the early stuff that most people are want to get past, but I love the cute little things in the beginning.
Don't lie to your significant other, and don't treat them like they're a piece of crap. Because that is very disheartening. Because guess what? I've been there. Oh, also don't break up with your girlfriend over FaceTime while you're in Mexico. Been there.
When is it too soon to say I love you? I don't know. I don't think... I love you is a phrase that doesn't get used enough. It should go unspoken, but it should be implied. At a certain point, you will say it, maybe by accident, but the accidents are normally the best part. They're the most rememberable. Rememberable. Okay, that word.
I don't know. Again, I don't have a very good gauge for the whole I love you thing because my relationship was 4 months long. And also it was with someone that I was best friends with before. And I had already told him multiple times when we were friends that I loved him because we were friends, and I like to tell people that I love them. So it was weird. I see when I said it to him the first time, I feel like I just meant I love you like I always have because you were my friend. And then he might have taken it as, oh my God, she's in love with me. And then misunderstanding.
I kind of think of love as Red Foreman and Kitty from the 70s show, hating each other, but then having a great, loving, almost relationship. And he let her get a dog, and I like dogs. Get your man a dog, because I want a dog, and I can't have one.
I actually have not a good story, but it's kind of embarrassing. My current boyfriend right now, 4 years ago when we started dating, it was probably about 2-3 weeks in, and he looked at me and he said, I think I love you. And I looked right back at him and I said, I think you don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, I'm bad at that. I've never said it too early or anything like that, but I'm very much the kind of person that I just say I love everybody, and I like to be friends with the people that I date at least a little bit before I date them, so then that's an awkward breach.
You know, I don't really know how early because me and my boyfriend started saying it about maybe 2 months in, but I think it's to the point where we're old enough where it's if you know, you kind of just know. But then again, I don't know.